India's Prime Minister is in Israel for a two-day visit. Narendra Modi is seeking to deepen ties with an increasingly salient partner in both trade and defence. This is Mr. Modi's second visit to Israel, during which he will address the parliament, the Knesset. Mr. Modi will also hold a meeting with counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu. Both leaders expected to sign a key defence cooperation agreement, amongst other deals. Ties between the two have deepened under Mr. Modi's leadership, since he became the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Israel in 2017. Neha Poonia is covering this story for CNN. Joins us live from New Delhi. Neha, this is Mr. Modi's second time in Israel after 9 years, 2017, his first visit. We've had a hint of what he wants to sign with Benjamin Netanyahu. What else does he want to achieve on this second visit to Israel?
That's right, Vee. So this is a visit that's going to be high on optics, as we saw by the welcome that was extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcoming him in Tel Aviv. But interestingly, it's also only the second time that an Indian Prime Minister has visited Israel. The two countries have seen expanded cooperation, as you said, since 2014. And at the heart of it is defense cooperation, which is going to be very much top of the agenda when the two leaders sit down to hold bilateral talks on Thursday. India is hoping to secure a defense pact with Israel that will help it get access to technology, that will help it build, military hardware at home. That's been a key focus for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There's talk of India acquiring technology to build something that's similar to the Iron Dome that Israel has. There's talk of, India buying drones from Israel, as well as getting mid-air refueling aircraft as well for its air force. In the last few decades, we've seen how India has become one of the biggest buyers of Israeli arms, and there's a big reason for that. Its relationship with its traditional supplier of military hardware, Russia, has come under particular strain because of US President Donald Trump. And in the last few years, we've seen how India has expanded its defense procurement portfolio. It's now looking at similar engagements with France from the US as well, and Israel is also a key supplier of military hardware. Now, there's a big reason for that because India has, of course, an ongoing border dispute with China, and also recently it had that military conflict with Pakistan, which was its deadliest in several decades. And of course, the second big message and the aim of this visit, experts say that it wants to signal to the Middle Eastern countries, to the Arab world, that it is a country that has ties with every nation in the region, and that its engagement with Israel is quote-unquote pragmatic. That's how many experts have been labeling it, and that India does not have the luxury of choice when it comes to procuring defense equipment, particularly, which is going to be a key focus of this visit.
So, Neha, pragmatism and meeting defense needs, not all in India would share the need to meet those priorities.
Absolutely. We have seen criticism at home, particularly from the opposition. India's major opposition party, the Congress, has said that they're hoping that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will raise the situation in Gaza when he speaks to Benjamin Netanyahu, that he'll make sure to mention that in his address to the Israeli parliament. Similar comments please excuse me, coming in from the Communist Party of India as well. They're saying the visit is a betrayal of the Palestinian cause. There is no visit planned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the Palestinian side. Historically, India has tried to balance both ties with Israel and with Palestine as well. But its engagement with Israel only expanded in the 1990s. But since 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to power, is when this engagement became became a lot more public, it became a lot more open. Prior to that, engagement with Israel was usually carried out clandestinely, is what experts are telling me. So it's a very big change in tone. But, the government has maintained that it remains committed to the Palestinian cause. It remains committed to the two-state solution for Palestine. Just a few weeks ago, you had Prime Minister Narendra Modi hosting foreign ministers from the Arab world, which included the Palestinian foreign minister. So India says on the diplomatic front, there's no change in policy, but it's certainly something that is being criticized by the opposition.
Thanks. Neha Poonia covering the story for CNA from New Delhi as Narendra Modi visits Israel.